Oh snap. Oh snap. We are back. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta cut the music off. It's a lot of stuff when you gotta man all this stuff at the same time. But we got it working now. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 54 of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. I am your host of today, Darrell Petrie Perfect, Rail, whatever y'all know me as. I am gonna be y'all host today to take y'all through the evening. I know y'all wondering probably what flight at right now, and I know if you ain't come to see me, you came to see flight. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we want to definitely first and foremost, we want to give our thoughts and prayers to flight, as he is going through something with his family, and I'll let him tell y'all next week when he pops up on the episode, or whenever he pops up, whenever he decides he's ready to come back. I'm gonna let him tell y'all, and I'm gonna stay out of it for the most part. But I just want to let y'all know we're gonna give our thoughts and prayers to him and his family, and I told him that the Don't Cancel Me family, we're gonna take care of it today. So it's gonna be interesting. I want to give a little time for more people to get in here, as we get ready for the show today. um it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's been a crazy, crazy week with a lot of stuff dominating the headlines. Um, we definitely gonna get on the Carlee Russell today. Definitely gonna talk about Jason Aldean, however you say his name, the country music star. We're definitely gonna talk about him today as well, too. Those two stories are really, 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 really impacting the community. Don't forget to please like and subscribe. So please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that real quick. Let me drop that real quick. Bam, there you go, right there. Just if you on Facebook watching right now, please just go ahead and like and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. I guarantee that it's gonna be a good time. Jay, I don't need you today, brother. I don't need you. I see I see you can co-host, brother. I keep that in mind next time. And chat, I'm gonna need y'all today. Listen, I'm nervous. This is my first time doing it by myself. It don't feel it don't feel right, but it don't feel wrong either, because I know my boy Flight is gonna be watching and he gonna be laughing along with us as we get through this episode today. So chat, I'm gonna need y'all today. And with that being said, I'm gonna announce this a couple more times, but I decided 5 minutes before the show started that I'm gonna gift a Don't Cancel Me trucker hat like this. If you see it, if you see it right now, I'm awarding a Don't Cancel Me trucker hat to the best comment today. Whoever can give me the best comment today, the comment, I don't know if it made me laugh, if it made me start a great conversation. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if you got the best comment today, I'm gonna gift you with a Don't Cancel Me hat within the next 2 to 3 weeks. That you got my word on that. We're gonna do some giveaways. We're gonna do some giveaways today. So I see we already got some people going in here. Say, hey, how you gonna hey, look, how you gonna talk to yourself? It's gonna be I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all. And we're gonna have a conversation today. We're gonna have a real good conversation today. Let's see, in case it why you sound like a preacher today. I don't know. I guess that's my tone when when I'm by myself. I do feel like I'm on the pulpit looking out to the congregation, but uh that's gonna break up here soon. And also, what's up, Mike? I see you checking in, Mike. Appreciate you for checking in today. Once again, I'm giving away a trucker hat for the top comment. Um, for the top comment of tonight's show. So we'll announce it. We'll announce the winner next week on episode 55. Hopefully when flight returns. So with that being said, I guess we're gonna just I'm giving everybody a little time to get in here. I guess I just want to know, every time I go outside, I'm not responding to your text message, Jay. When we when I go outside every morning, and I want to know, and I really want to know something about this. And this is real small conversation. Like I said, I'm just giving more people time to get in before we really get into the nitty gritty. But every time you walk outside in the morning, I don't know about y'all homes, but you always see those bugs that has, I don't know if they died, I don't know if they frozen, but it looked like they was Thanos snapped and they just stuck in the same position. Where do those bugs come from, and do they die upon sunlight? I just don't know the name of them bugs, but I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't really do nothing about it, and I don't really know. I just always wondering about those bugs. But Jay, you know what? I'm gonna bring up your, yes, Charmin. Yes, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if they brown. They might be brown because they already then perished. Like I said, I don't know. It's like you remember when you was watching Avengers Endgame, well, excuse me, Avengers Infinity War, and people were getting snapped, but you can still see the silhouette of the body. I think it's that. I think one good gust of wind is just gonna shred into dust, whatever these bugs are. When do they come out? Because I feel like I would be scared to death if I see one, like when they're alive, because they look pretty creepy when they dead. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the name of those bugs. If somebody know the name of them bugs, go ahead and drop it in the chat. And Jay, go ahead and put your question, bro. We can talk about that before we get into it. Go ahead and drop your question, Jay, because he did just text me some foolishness, but we might can help him out with it today, y'all. But yeah, Trauma, you know exactly which ones I'm talking about. But them definitely are the ones that I'm just trying to figure out what they do. Is that what no, I'm not June bugs. Let me look. I'm going. Let me research this real quick. It can't be. I don't think they call June bugs, are they? Man, I think they is. Casey, you might be on to something. Nah, them not it. The June bugs are the suicide bugs. Every time I sit outside, they just love to fly and go right into the ground or right into the wall or right into the window. They don't care about their life. They really don't care about their life. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you bugs that are dead in the morning, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's the best way. I don't know. I'm not finding it. What is a mayfly? No, I can't find it. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna have to just send it to y'all so y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna send a picture. I'm gonna post a picture. We can reconvene next week on that because I'm just trying to figure out what those bugs. I told myself I was gonna ask the chat today whenever I got in here. They're definitely yeah, they're definitely suicide bugs. It's even they're so bad. These June bugs are so bad that it's hard to even be outside and enjoy my backyard because all they do, you just hear them just plack, plack, plack. And it's like if you don't care about your life, why do I care about mine? And it's just hard to enjoy your time outside in the wilderness with all, I mean, not in the wilderness, but your time outside in the backyard when you got these suicide bugs going out there. Let me see what Trauma said. I always wonder what type of bug. So you know what I'm talking about though. But it's not a June bug because these are some big fat bugs. I don't know where they come from. But I know Jay. I was waiting on Jay Willis to type his question in, but I want to address this question real quick, and then we're gonna go into the store. And his question was, "What is proper etiquette on if you're visiting a family member you barely know? Is it okay to take a crap in their house? What is the proper etiquette on if you're visiting a family member you barely know? Is it okay to take a crap in their house?" I don't know whether he just sent me that question randomly, but I want to know what the chat think. I think if if you, it depends on how long you over there. That's one thing I'm gonna go with. If you over there for a couple hours and y'all didn't have food, y'all didn't ate, you know what I'm saying? If y'all done did all this, then yeah, it's definitely I think it's definitely okay. That you can't, food gonna have to metabolize eventually, and you're gonna have to release it. But if you went over there and went straight to the bathroom, then you've been holding on to that. You should have used it before you left the house. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. This is some legendary stuff. Uh, Charmin said he gonna go when he please. He gonna go when he please. Charmin, that ain't right though. You can't just be going to everybody's house taking a boo boo. You can't be going to you can't be going to everybody's house, bro, and just doing what you want to do and just boo booing, stinking up their bathroom. I remember Ricky Smiley said it was less than, so you was on, so okay, hold on. So you was only there for 2 minutes. You was only there for 2 minutes before you had the boo boo. Nah, bro. Nah, you went over there to take a dookie. I'm definitely call that a dookie, bro. You definitely went over there to do that. He said they got spray in the fan. Well, I mean, yeah, or you can do a courtesy flush. And for those who don't know what a courtesy flush is upon the initial release, you just flush the toilet. Once you flush the toilet, then you're gonna be good to go after that. Then it won't be as bad for the person coming after you. Because the worst thing is by you go over somebody's house and then clog up the toilet. Now what do you do? Now you're embarrassed. Let's see. Here you go. He said, I had an uncle come from Florida to visit my to visit my other at an uncle. Wait, what? Had an uncle come from Florida to visit my other uncle house. He walked right into the restroom and blew it out. Okay, well, come on now. He came from Florida. He came from Florida. He probably was holding this since Alabama. He probably been holding that for a good minute. And you talking about you can't be mad at that man for coming in from Florida and having to use the bathroom. Trauma said that's mandatory. Yes, for sure. For sure. Well, at least I hope I answered your question, Jay. I was just trying to give you some insight because I'm not fit to talk about boo-boo etiquette in people's houses forever. I'm not fit to keep talking about that. But I definitely want to say something though, as I think I might have a surprise right now. I don't know if my dog. I might have a co-host today, y'all. I might have a co-host. I want to make sure he give me the nod that he ready. Okay. I want to give me a nod that ready. All right, y'all. I'm about to bring in my co-host for today. It's a very special guest.
This dog.
Oh,
This dude
hold
here,
on, hold
man.
on. Hold on. Shift. Why don't they want to shift? Oh wait, I think I
Don't
know what
want
I
to
did wrong.
shift.
Okay, I got to go here.
Yeah.
See, hold on, yeah. We normally had this before we get on. It messed up my surprise. I messed up my surprise. Okay, how did I do this? Okay, all right. How do I do this? I want to. Nope, that's you. There we go. There we go. I figured it out. We back to normal, y'all. We back to normal, man. I wish I had the can claps
I
like
know,
we
right?
normally
I
used to
know.
have. But
It's
what's
good.
up,
It's
Fly?
good. It's good.
I told the people, man, that you might be joining us next week, man. But I'm glad to see you
Nah,
here,
yeah,
brother.
man. Nah, I had to get I had to make sure I get on. You know what I'm saying? The train still move, man. We still continue to go. The train
The
still
train
move,
still
bro.
move, bro.
So
Well, look, man, the DCM family, man, we love you, man. We're gonna have a good
I
time on this
appreciate
show
it,
today,
bro.
bro.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Man, well, I got you, Fly. I got us today, bro. I got us today because I just want to know. I know you when I talked to you earlier a couple days ago, you said you didn't really know what was going on. So I'm here today to fill you
Yeah.
in on what's happening with a whole bunch of stuff
Nah,
today
yeah.
in the world. Uh, the first thing I definitely want to get into is
Yo.
Mbappe and his first $1 billion
Yo.
contract.
Yo. That's one thing I do know what's going on, right? I mean, that's something I do know what's
Okay.
going on. And for those that don't know, the Saudi first off, the Saudi is it the Saudi, the Arabians,
The name of the
Arabian
team is the
Nights?
Al Halal, but yes, they're a Saudi
Okay.
Arabian team.
The Al Halal, listen, they got bread. They got
Which we
bread,
know
right? And
this.
obviously we know what they did starting the live tour as far as golf. I mean, they offered Tiger Woods $800 million to leave PGA and to come and golf on their tour. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
it's because, and I didn't get to do a lot of research about this because I mean, it's full of, Saudi Arabia, they got money, obviously. And it's just a bunch of investors that come together and just do this. Um, so
Right.
this is not the first time. Well, this is not the first time they offered such a handsome contract. I mean, they offered Messi, I think around the same, maybe more. I think it was like maybe 2 billion, for 2 years. But obviously Messi turned it down and he went to go and play in Miami, with Inter Miami. And obviously Mbappe turned this one down, which leads me to the question: what the hell is in the fine print of that contract for people to turn this type of money down? I mean, they said my man's is making $24 a second. Brother, people not even making that an hour. He's making that a second. He is making, I think they said he would make up to, because obviously you got some other stuff. I don't think it's a full billion that he would get. It was 755 million, somewhere around there. But if for him to turn it down and for him to say that he'd rather sit on the bench with PSG for the entire season, what is in the fine print of that contract for him to turn it down? I mean, Tiger Woods turned down 800 mil. There's Messi turned down the 2 billion. I mean, what do you think will be in that contract? You think they got to serve? Do you think they got to sell their soul? Like, what do you think will be in that contract?
So I didn't know that he actually. I thought he was still thinking about it because what I seen was that they offered him is 1 year, $776 million.
That's insane.
1 year, $776 million. I know that his plan, his dream is to go to Real
Mhm.
Madrid, but he's under contract with
Mhm.
PSG. Saudi Arabia is going to pay him $776 million for 1 year, and then they have to pay PSG $330 something million for the contract.
Yeah. It's something.
Something
That's
like
where the
that.
billion
That's
comes
where
from.
the
That's right.
billion
Right.
dollar
Right.
comes in. And to get 1 year for 700, Jaylen Brown just signed for 305 or 306, whatever
Right.
that number
306
was. Jaylen Brown just signed for 305, and
over
that's the
5
NBA,
years.
and that was for 5 years.
Eh,
My man's gonna get 1 year. Let me tell you something, man. If Saudi Arabia said we want you to come play soccer for $1 billion, I don't care if they want me to build bombs in my spare time. I really don't care if they want me to build bombs or drill oil. Whatever y'all niggas need
drill
me to do in my spare
oil.
time,
Not drill oil.
whatever y'all niggas need me to do in my spare time, I'm going to get that $1 billion contract for
Yeah.
that soccer. They must gotta sign up
It's
for the
gotta be
military or
something,
something.
man. I saw something else, that to put it even more into a crazy perspective. Mbappe was gonna make 750, 770 million this 1 year. In 20 years, 20 years of the NBA, LeBron James, who many would argue is the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, made $554 million in his career. Mbappe would make $774 million in 1 year. That's insane. Like, really think about that.
That
20
is insane.
years of basketball, 20 years of being at the top of your respective league, 20 years of being one of the greatest athletes to ever grace a court, a field, a rink, whatever sport you play. One of the greatest athletes ever has made $554 million in his career as far as NBA goes. This man Mbappe, who is 24, somewhere around there,
Yeah. Yeah,
bro, is
24
making
years
it would
old.
make $775 million in 1 year. That's just insane, man. It's gotta be some crazy stuff going on in that contract for him to turn that down and say he'd rather sit on the bench. Unless he just, like, obviously, like you said, his dream is to play for Real Madrid, and unless he's just really passionate about playing for them, like, it's gotta be some underlying things that we don't know about uh in that contract. But then again, there was a lot of golfers that was going to that live tour and taking that bread. And the live and I think live and PGA ended up uh merging together. So Saudi got that. But let me ask you this question. How do you think that would look if they started to try to take NBA players?
Like these different
Like
countries,
Saudi. Like, because Saudi already took over golf. And then you see them taking on.
they got a basketball
They have,
team.
as far as overseas goes, like, there's different overseas clubs, if I'm not mistaken, that's in Saudi Arabia. But as far as like these investors, like how they doing their own leagues and everything, or have their own teams. Well, soccer is very confusing, but soccer, they got their own team. They built their own tour for golfing. What if they built their own league and started going after NBA players? How you think that would look? Because LeBron put out a tweet and said, "Let Rich Paul get a call from Saudi Arabia saying that much money, he gone." So what do
Mm.
you think that would look like?
I mean, it would look. I mean, well, I guess from a financial perspective, it would look like Mbappe. From a competitive perspective, it would look like Messi.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is Mbappe, of course, $1 billion. Not only, and that's the thing about
Right.
soccer players too. In their countries, they are treated like
Royalty.
royalty. In America, they're treated like athletes. I mean, excuse me, they're treated
Mhm.
like celebrities. It's a difference between being treated like a celebrity and being
And
treated like
also, it's a
royalty.
difference playing football overseas than playing any other sport overseas. Football overseas rules all. the number one sport in the world.
right?
So you definitely getting treated like royalty when you cross the waters.
I think America is the last country
Adopted soccer.
is the last country that soccer is not a big deal.
Yeah,
And I mean,
not
strictly,
adopted,
that's just
but
probably
yeah,
never
yeah.
going to happen
Because
because of
football,
the
baseball,
National Football League.
basketball runs all
Yeah,
in USA.
in America, but in
Mhm.
overseas, like you said, the soccer is a big. That's why
I
they get
mean,
treated like royalty. Messi now, I mean, you making $1 billion and probably ain't got to pay
I
for
got a
nothing.
friend of mine that I grew up with, played basketball with, but he was a big time soccer player, and now he's a creator and personality for these soccer events and FIFA and everything. And I see some of the stuff that he attends for work, and seen some of the soccer games that go on. Bro, I mean, soccer games overseas is that's a different level. Now, soccer game overseas, you could compare that to these women trying to go and see Beyonce on tour.
You could compare it to a Saturday night in Death Valley with LSU, and they got a Saturday night football game,
Think of every
and
honestly think of every go to every legendary stadium, arena. Compare all of that. You got to combine all of that, and it probably would equal to a soccer game against who is like around like is it Real Madrid and
Ma-
whoever Barcelona.
Barcelona.
That should be
They
insane,
play
dog.
at they play. Oh, is it Real Madrid? Is it Manchester? Somebody
Manchester
play in
U and Real Madrid. I think that's the rival right there. That's crazy.
they not somebody play here at NRG
They
in a
play
couple
in
weeks.
Dallas too. On Saturday. They play in
Oh,
Dallas
okay.
on Saturday. I can't remember
I
who it
forgot which
is,
one.
bro. I could look it up real quick. Um, but I mean, it's a big match, and they putting it in Jerry's World. Jerry's World holds 90,000 sitting, not to mention the standing room, so around 100, 105. It's insane, bro. It is. It's Barcelona versus Real Madrid. That's who play at AT&T on Saturday.
It hit. Okay, so I gotta see who played. I think it's Manchester City versus Manchester United
And NRG,
that's
right?
playing
Yeah, because it's a
at
tour going
NRG.
on. Let me see. I could probably.
That's crazy. They going on tour. That's what the NFL do when they send their games over to Germany and stuff. The NFL is trying to become like
Tomorrow
soccer.
they play.
I figured it would have to be this month. I knew it had. I
It's
figured that.
Man U versus Real Madrid tomorrow. Apparently,
Oh, okay. So
Man U
it's
versus
man.
Real
Okay.
Madrid tomorrow at
Here at
NRG,
NRG.
and then uh Barcelona and Real Madrid in Dallas on Saturday. Insane.
Okay. Well, like I said, if I
Yeah.
pay, for $1 billion, I don't care what the Saudi government want me to do. But he still has a chance. He got a chance to go do 1 year for 776 and still have a chance to go play at Real Madrid after 1 year. It's only a 1 year contract. I don't think y'all understand what we're saying. It is 1 year, $776 million.
Like his kids ain't got to worry about nothing. And he's 24, bro.
After one season,
He's 24.
he has a chance to make $3-4 billion
Probably like
by the time he's
honestly, don't
done.
get me wrong, he's probably been playing professional soccer since he was 15, right? He's
Probably so.
he's a vet. But bro, it's 24. I mean, Messi been doing the same thing. You would think Messi is 45, 50 the way he been in soccer, but bro is our age, maybe a little bit older.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Messi though, game-winning
I
kick in his
mean,
first
come on
game.
now, you couldn't write a better script, right?
LeBron now was there, Serena Williams was there, the Kardashian, Tristan
Everybody
Thompson, they
showed up.
all showed up to see Messi
Goats
play in
watching
Miami.
goats
That was
outside of
a big
Kardashian.
deal.
I
Yeah,
mean, when it comes to say,
I mean she's a goat in
sex
her
tapes.
own right.
I mean, you're right. She's a goat in her own right, and when it comes down to a sex tape, I mean, listen,
Oh boy,
and she know how to bust it wide open on the camera.
come on now, man. That was about 15 years ago. Let her make it, man. Let Kim K make it, man. Let Kim K make it. She has built an empire.
She has.
Let Kim K
She
make
built
it,
the
man.
empire. She's done a lot in the Justice Department. Getting people out.
You can say that she the go to reality
You
TV.
can absolutely argue that she's one of the greatest to ever do it when it comes to reality TV. Absolutely, I can agree with that.
Well, shout out to Mbappe, man. Go get that bread, man. Go. Who cares if you got to make a couple
That's
bombs? Go make that. Go
insane.
make that money, man. Who, who cares if you get sponsored by Shell? You crap, nigga. I'll be Tony Stark
Yeah,
over there.
that cave.
Ting ting. I'll be
In the
making stuff in the
cave, for
cave,
real.
nigga. I'll be making stuff in the cave. They going to play soccer in my spare time for 1 year, man. Please. I
That's
retire
insane.
after that. But yeah, that Mbappe, yeah, that definitely. I wanted to definitely get your opinion on that. I'm glad you was able to join in. Before I didn't know if you were gonna make it in there before that one, so I'm glad you was able to make it in there for the Mbappe. But I think the second where I want to take this next is another headline that has been kind of plaguing the internet. I know about 7 years ago, I started to get into country music. Maybe 10, I don't know. A little while ago, I got into country music because I started going to Whiskey River, and I used to love the energy in Whiskey River, but I didn't know none of the songs. So I started, getting my boy Said, and his wife Macy, that they would put me on the country music, and they would give me my playlist and stuff. So I became pretty familiar with the what's the genre, the music genre. And I used to think country music was like, I lost my dog and the dog is dead, and my dead dog and the dead dog. That's what I used to think country music. That was kind of
Yeah,
bang for
low
a little bit.
key. I
Really, if you really
was
think
ready.
about it, it
I
really
thought
kind
you
of
about to drop
bang.
a hit, low key.
Yeah,
Shit.
I need to go. Y'all go get that on iTunes, Dead Dog. I used to think that that's why I used to think country music was, but then I kind of grew fond of it because it was some good music, some good love music, like R&B of white people. It was amazing.
Wow, I've never heard it compared. I've never heard it broke down like that. And honestly,
You got country music is good love music.
oh, that's a great. It's either love or it's a heartbreak.
Or in Jason Aldean, it's political. So
I like what you did there. I see what you did
there. So Jason Aldean, is he a true American making country music great again? Flight, you ain't seen nothing. I got some tickets for your behind today. Making country music great again, So for those who don't know, Jason Aldean made a song on May 22nd, I believe it was. He released a song on May 22nd, excuse me, called Try That in a Small Town. And the song is basically talking about big city problems not having an effect in small towns. Big city problems not happening in small towns. So basically, he says stuff like, you just stick up the grocery store, the liquor store, and you got carjacking the old lady and sucker punching people and burning the flag and all this different kind of stuff that he's discussing in the song. He's saying that stuff happens in big cities, but let me see you try that in a small town. And I meant to get the and I just thought about it, dang it, but I meant to get the Whoopi Goldberg. She was on, what's her show called? The View, The Real? View. She's The View.
Yeah,
The Real is
and yeah,
Adrian
all that.
Malone and
Yeah.
Tia and all them. Yeah, okay. So she was on The View, and when she got her mind, when she sees an opportunity, she's gonna take it. And so she was just going on there talking about how the song is racist, how the song basically that's what when you see people protesting and stuff, that's what they are doing. They're protecting their town or something like that. And it kind of grew some controversy over the lyrics of the song. But then he released the music. Well, excuse me, and all this started because he released the music video. And the music video was just news footages of the protests and all the crime and stuff that's happening around the country, the flag burnings and all that stuff. Like I said, he just basically saying, try that in a small town. So it made me look into it a little. It made me look into it a little further because I was like, why is people so upset? And I had to make sure before I go out here and Uncle Ruckus this thing because that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go out here and become an Uncle Ruckus. But after looking at, I don't see the big issue with the song.
The song, yeah.
Is it the song
Right.
or the video? Excuse me. I didn't see a big issue with either one. Well, I did have one issue, and I get to that in a little bit. But the song itself was first of all, it bang. I jammed it like 12 times on my way home from work today because I wanted to get a clear. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to
Right,
Uncle Ruckus this
absolutely.
thing. So I wanted to make sure that I'm listening to what he is saying. There's some stuff. It didn't come off as racist. It came off as country.
Yes.
And sometimes country
Mis
gets
with
correlated
racism.
with racist. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's more political than about black. You don't say nothing about
You know, say
I'm
nigga,
gonna
none of
be your
that.
rider, gonna hang you up in Vita, or something like that. Now, if he'd have said something like that, I would have lost my mind because I know Vita is very racist. And so if he'd have said hanging in Vita, then that would have made me mad. But he didn't know, he didn't do anything like that along them lines or nothing like that. It was just you get away with it in the big towns. You're not gonna do that in the small town because we're gonna have each other back.
Right.
And so that's kind of the way. I don't know if anybody else like in the chat has seen that or has that caught anybody's attention. Definitely want to know y'all opinion on it if y'all have one. But I just didn't see the big deal about what he said.
I mean, I don't looking at like I didn't really listen to the song like that. I've heard it. And then I've had to go and look at the lyrics to see like if I'm
Right.
missing something. I mean, the only thing that you could,
I
and
think I know what you're about to
it's a
yeah.
reach.
Yeah,
You
it's a
could,
reach. Yeah, I know what you're
it's
talking
a
about.
reach, but I mean, he says that it's a try that in a small town full of good old boys raised upright. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. And we
Right.
all know what the I'm gonna call them groupies for Trump. They called the good old boys
The
or the good boys,
Proud
some
Boys.
prior boys. But then some of them call good boys, and all of that. I mean, that's the only thing that you could probably correlate with that. I think this is just a song about somebody who is from a small town, and he sees all of the stuff that's going on. Obviously, none of this stuff would happen in a small town like that, where he's from. He probably from a town, and I don't know. I could be wrong, and I
I,
don't
I
want to
meant to look this up because I'm gonna be real mad if he was from
like
LA.
yeah, like matter of fact, let's do it. Like I can go ahead and research it now, because I don't want to just sit here and say that he's from a town with one stoplight. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because if
hope he
he
is
is,
from a small town. If he made a song about it.
he got. I mean, he got to be Macon, Georgia. He's from Macon, Georgia.
That's right outside of
Macon,
Atlanta, right?
Georgia. We about
I
to
think
find out.
I think Macon, Georgia is right. I think that's right outside of Atlanta.
I mean, bro, at the end of 2018, that's 153,000 people.
Yeah.
That's not really like when I hear small town, I'm thinking of like I'm thinking of where my grandparents was raised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking of. That's a small town. I mean, it's 1,000 people in that town. 1,000, where literally everybody in that town. Literally, that's a small town. I mean, 153,000. That's equivalent to what happened? Was it in Missouri when all of the riots happened in Missouri? When they killed that young man out there. Well, I can't remember the name of the city. I can't remember the name of the
I
city,
mean either.
but that's I mean, they probably had around the same population. 153,000 is not a small town at all. When I hear small town, I think of Eldon, Louisiana. I think of Kinder, Louisiana. Those are small towns. Like people don't even know exist. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think, Whoopi gets into it to where it's like it's racist. And I can see where she's coming from. Do I think it's racist? No, I just think it's just
Right.
somebody who is a country music artist singing a country music song that will resonate with his audience. He ain't say nigga. He ain't say I'm gonna hang me a black person. He didn't say black lives don't matter. You know, it's all up for speculation and perception. And then at the end of the day, when you base things off of perception, that's when shit gets shaky.
Right.
That's when it gets real shaky when you base things off perception. And for me, I don't like to base things off perception. I like to try to base things off of facts as the best way we can. But obviously, in this age of social media that we live in, that's all you can do is base shit off of perception and go based off of the people that have that type of platform, aka Whoopi. And Whoopi being black, it doesn't make it really any better. It's just gonna be, oh yeah, Whoopi said he's racist, so he's racist.
Right. And I do think I do look at I do look, I guess when you look at it, when coming from a city with 6 million people,
Right. That does
I
look like a small
I
town.
I do consider those as small town, like San Marcos. I think San Marcos is about 70,000. Um, I look, I know what you mean by the tiny towns where you drive up to it, like on the way from Houston to Dallas, Fairville, Madisonville, uh,
Buffalo,
Buffalo,
Corsicana,
Corsicana.
Waxahachie.
Right.
Yeah.
All that. I definitely understand that too, but I do look at that as a small town as well because they're
I think Macon is something that a lot of people
Luling,
know
Texas.
of
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah. I think Macon is a city or is a town that a lot of people know.
I think Macon too is. I think that's that city right outside of Georgia. I mean Atlanta, which probably could factor into their population numbers.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, if they're right outside of a big city, you know what I'm saying. They probably still got that.
I mean they're 85 miles away from Atlanta.
So
So
like
I
from
mean,
Houston to Beaumont.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, from Houston to
would
Beaumont.
Beaumont be
So
a small town?
ah, I feel.
Or
I
Beaumont
mean,
will
once again, it goes off of perception and what you think. Like people in Houston would say Beaumont is a small town potentially. Uh, I mean, people outside of that don't know. Uh, they people outside of Texas don't really know. I mean, Beaumont 112,000 people,
I didn't know that many goddamn people in there.
and that was in 2021.
100,000, my family.
Man, what? That's crazy, right? 100,000 people in Beaumont. So to me, I always felt like Beaumont was boring as shit. So it's a small town to me, just because there ain't shit to do out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that I also, you also equate that with small town. There ain't shit to do out there. But real small town, like when I think of a country song and I think of a small town, I think of one stoplight, two stoplight,
No
four
Walmart.
stoplights max.
Remember we talked about that
Yeah,
last
no,
week. We
no.
felt like
The Walmart, you got to go 20 miles outside the city to get to. Like it's a journey. It's an affair. Like we all going, and we all coming back.
we're gonna be
Type
gone
thing.
for the day.
We're gonna be gone for the day. That's what I equate when I think of a country song. Is country music artist talking about a small town. But then again, it all goes back to perception, how you perceive things. Um, I don't know. It's weird, but I don't think it's necessarily
It's definitely political. I mean, it's
it's very
definitely
political.
right wing political. That is one thing that it is for sure. But just because it's political on that standpoint, I'm not gonna jump the gun and say that he's racist. I mean, the song didn't really say. I mean, I think he probably could have kept stuff out like burning the flag. He could have
And
kept stuff out like
right. He could have
just
kept spitting in cops' faces and like and it's crazy because I mean to Jay Horn point, he's right. We can put pieces together because when you talk about like burning the flag and stuff like that, now we can put those pieces together, but he's only looking at one side. He ain't looking at his side because there's plenty of white people that burn flag.
right.
So like he's just looking at one end because of the whole BLM movement, and which is crazy that he coming out with a song 3 years later after the fact, two,
What?
3 years later after, like he coming out with the song speaking about that stuff because a lot of that stuff happened during those protests.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't just those. It wasn't just those particular protests
And
either.
obviously he talk about something about the national anthem. Obviously, we know who we talking about.
And you got to think about it too. And I was reading about this too. Jason Aldean was he was performing at the place where the gunman killed all them people from the window. Where was that at?
Oh, at the Country Music Festival in Vegas.
Yes, and the
Yeah,
guy,
because
yeah, so
one
he
of
was
my
there.
homies was bodyguarding for him.
Oh, well, that's what a coincidence.
Yeah.
So he can't be racist if he got a black. Is he black?
Oh, my homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he can't be racist if he got a
Kate,
black
correct me if
bodyguard.
I'm wrong. Kate, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, necessarily, I don't necessarily know if Jason Aldean hired him himself, but
Right.
we were out there probably. I went out there for a work event, probably I don't know, like 3 months after it happened. It was still kind of, oh, not even 3 months, probably like a month and a half after it happened. It was still eerie. And we met up with him, and he was telling us about it. He was working that event, and he said he was working with Jason Aldean. Uh, and I don't know if Jason Aldean hired him himself, but yeah, maybe a month after it happened. So yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. When it comes to shit like this and songs, and you gotta try to depict what the fucking lyrics say, it's difficult, bro.
Yeah, but I think and I see. Well, I know Jonathan said that to be a blunt right first, but but people force pieces of the puzzle together, and I think that's what's happening here to create. Uh, um, yeah, I think it's being forced. A narrative is being pushed, on Jason Aldean. Like I said, when he never really mentioned anything of that magnitude. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? As far as the music and the music
Mhm.
video he did, we
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
and the crazy thing about this is it's not black people that are really upset about this.
Yeah.
It's not black people. Like I was before I came, I started doing my research on this yesterday, and I've been watching a lot of people's reactions and podcasts and things like that. Black people are not upset at this. It's not that, because I think at the end of the day, I think the message that he was trying to get across was the
And
violence
it
in the
has to come
country
to an
has to
end.
come
And
to an end.
honestly, looking at the lyrics, he just had a different approach of saying that. But I think I agree with you. I think that's where he was going with it. And if that's it, I agree.
Music,
If
oh,
that's where he's going, I agree. Yeah.
and music is your
Hmm.
perception of your
Hmm.
reality. So to him, Macon is a small town. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a pass on
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So that's where he grew up. Growing up in Macon is
Different.
still different than growing up in
Absolutely.
Atlanta,
It's different
Georgia.
than growing up in
So
Houston. It's different in
Houston
Chicago,
and
New
Houston,
York. Hell, we can even say
right?
Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's different.
I know me and Chad. There was a waltz that got in the house the other
Hmm.
day, and if you saw me trying to kill this waltz, I was struggling because I am not a country. Grew up in the city. I grew up in the city, man. I don't do waltzes and bugs and
All of that.
mosquitoes and lizards. Even though when we were young, we did used to catch lizards, but now as I'm older, I don't. I'm gonna throw my back out trying to catch a lizard. I'm not. I'm that, like that. That's like I know understand like music is perception of your reality of how you grew up. So I'm about to make some people mad. What's the difference between NWA making a song called "F the Police"?
Mm.
What is the difference?
It's perception of their
You
it's
know,
literally just a view of their reality.
that's
That's how they
how they
grew up.
grew up. They grew up with the police doing dirty work. So they made a song called We All Seen the
Hmm.
Movie. They was in Houston, Texas. They said you can perform here, but you can't do that song. F the Police. What did Ice Cube get on stage? He looked at Dr.
Hmm.
Dre, told him to drop that,
It went
and
crazy.
F the Police. And for those who didn't grow up like that, it
Hmm.
was offensive. So I think the same can be kind of said here. And then then we black people, I love us, but they make me sick sometimes. And I said I don't care. For the fourth time on this show in 4 weeks, I'm gonna mention this again. We listened to a song that says Pound Town, Coochie Pink, but my booty hole brown. Okay, let's move on to another song. Who won't smoke with us? Who won't smoke with us? Shots. Do I need to keep
Right.
going?
I feel like
WAP. WAP. They perform WAP at the Grammys. At the Grammys. One of the most elegant events in the country. And I want to make sure I say this right. There is nothing wrong with those
at
songs.
all.
But what I'm saying is we can listen to this and we're okay with that. But then, we have a problem with this particular song. Like I said, it's been different if you oh, I'm with my niggas, we in the back, we riding going down the track, gonna be on the dirt. Oh, I hope it really don't hurt. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole sound like a banger though.
I need to get into country music. I need to get into country music.
I don't know, bro.
I just think we need to relax a little bit, which I think most people are. I think most people are really relaxed in this situation because it's not like an outcry. That's probably why like a whole lot of people probably don't know about this. It's not like an outcry, but it did kind of cause a little conversation. We really need to be mad at the people that's talking about in Florida how they changed the mandate for Black history to be taught in school.
And now they said that
Black people benefited.
Benefited from slavery.
That is something to be mad at. If people want to be mad at something, that is what
be
you
mad
need to
at
be
that.
angry at.
Don't be mad at Jason. Be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like direct the energy towards Florida because that shit don't make no sense.
They already stupid as it is over there.
Man, what?
Every crazy thing that I know happens in Florida. Florida is they got some crazy folks over there. But this gotta be beyond crazy that you're going to change the African American Kate said Florida gets on the nerve. Kate, that's not Kate. I said Kate. That you you think so, man? I might have to cook something up for y'all boys, man. But you have a state. You have a state that just literally said they're going to reshape history. They just told you this to your face. But y'all mad. Or y'all some folks have a problem with Jason Aldean, but these people said that Black people they're gonna start teaching your kids. Now they ain't gonna teach me because I already know they're gonna teach your kids that slavery benefited Black people.
It's insane.
That's something to be mad at.
That is
something to be angry about. Actually,
absolutely. I agree.
They already kind of water it down in school to begin with. And it's been watered down throughout the years, throughout the generations. This is them watering it down again for the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to eliminate the conversations of race, let's reteach it. And over time, it will start to dwindle out.
We will look like the good guys. Yeah, it's wild out there in Florida.
It's definitely wild out there in Florida.
Wild.
But I know, I think the Jason Aldean, I think it didn't get a lot of attention because of like the biggest story that's happening in America right now. I don't know if it's the biggest story, but it's a pretty big story that's happening in America right now. And I just don't understand. It's a lot that I don't understand about this, but together we're gonna figure it out because we're gonna spend some time on this one today because Chaz brought this up to me. I want to say maybe the night before last week's episode, or maybe the day I can't remember, but she had mentioned this story, and my exact words to her were, "Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it now, but if this starts to grow traction, we're gonna talk about it on next week." So Carlee Russel, the American kidnapping story. Oh, I spelled the name wrong. I forgot to go back and change that one. You see, I put in the thing leading nominee for Best Actress.
I saw that.
Yeah. Your girl crazy. Your girl really did some Florida things here.
She absolutely did.
She did some Florida things, but of course she's from Georgia, same place Jason Aldean from. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. Starting to notice a pattern here. But anyways, so for those who don't know, Carlee Russel is I think she's 25 years old. Is she 25? I think she's 25. Carlee Russell is a 25-year-old young woman who is part of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Oh yeah, I'm talking about y'all today too. Because this y'all member, this y'all sister, y'all take just like her family, y'all taking accountability for this as well. Because I'm sure she called one of y'all when she came up with this crazy story. Carlee Russell was a 25-year-old black woman that's part of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated for a sorority that was also a nursing student, which was actually very scary. I'm kind of glad that this happened because poor future patients. Oh my God, y'all gave me his medicine. What? Girl, you just like to lie, don't you? She go. That's how I don't know. That's how I feel like people don't get their medicine. I just feel like that's how I feel like you just choke. I don't know. Anyways, so she how do I want to go with this? She just fooled all of America. Not all, because there was some people that was up there was some people that was on to this from the start. And Chaz was one of them that was on to it from the start. When she told me the story about the girl, she seemed really fishy about the situation. So she was one of the earliest people I know that was on to it from the start. So your girl basically made a 911 call and told the operator that she seen a baby walking on the side of the freeway.
That's insane.
I got the 911 call. We're going to listen to it in just a minute. I got the 911 call. A baby is walking on the side of a freeway. So apparently, when she got out to check on the baby, I think she got snatched. She left her car running and her wig on the front seat.
Oh, that's how it went down. Okay, because I heard about it. I never really looked extensively into it. I was just going based off of what people said. So I'm glad we talking about this.
Well, brother, I got you today. I got you today. So she disappears into the woods. Mm-hmm. All right. Somebody snatched her and she went to the woods. She shows up 49 hours later at her parent. Is it her parents' front door? She showed up. I think it is. She showed up at her. Yes, she turned up on foot at her parents' home in Hoover 49 hours later and claimed she had been kidnapped and barely survived. We're gonna stop right here because I want to touch on that sentence. But first, I want us to listen to the 911 call. And excuse me, y'all, it's about 2 minutes long. I couldn't cut it off. I wanted us to hear the entire call. Because this call, you could tell she wasn't prepared. Let's listen.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover Met, like to get off by the Hoover Met.
Okay, so you're before that exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like toward Tuscaloosa or toward 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay. And was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound?
Maybe walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. Oh. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, okay. Sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is that a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white T-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No, no cars are anywhere.
It's the freeway.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russel.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
No shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
911, where's your emergency?
Sorry.
What time was this call? Because I find
9:34
it
p.m.
hard to believe that there was no cars on the freeway at 9:34 p.m.
On the freeway.
On the freeway. I find it hard to believe that there's no cars. No cars on the freeway will be about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. 9:34 p.m. Like there's people working night shifts that's getting off around that time. Like 9:30. All right, I just find that hard to believe that there's, unless it's like a like one of those off interstate type shits. I don't know. That's weird though.
Fly, let me ask you a
Go ahead,
question.
brother.
If you see a baby on the freeway,
I'm
what are you gonna
I'm not
do?
just gonna watch the baby. Like
Oh my God.
I'm not
You're not
watching the
just
baby walk
you're
on the
not going
freeway.
to-
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to watch
not
a
doing that.
baby walk on the freeway with my hazard lights
Wild,
on.
right?
For 600 yards, 6 football fields.
6 football fields is crazy.
You are riding, the baby can't be walking that fast, so you got to be driving real slow. And I'm sure that if you driving real slow, so let's get technical here. You probably had to be driving at about 5 miles per hour because you can't drive past the baby. So maybe you probably driving like at 1. You probably would have been better off just getting out the car and following and walking behind the baby, which is probably why she got kidnapped.
Mhm.
But you going that slow, so imagine how long it took you to go 600 yards.
I need a shot. I can't.
Instead of just
This poor baby, bless her soul.
instead of just grabbing the child, putting the child in your car, even if you don't even have to move. I would have pulled over because I don't want nobody to think I'm kidnapping the child. So I would have pulled over, stopped. Even if I don't put the child in my car, I'm at least grab the child, put him on the hood, or not the hood. It's gonna be hot. Well,
The trunk.
Child gonna be worse off with me. You know what, nigga? Go on by yourself.
You doing better than I can help you with. You just go.
You're doing better. You're doing better without me. But I would probably put the child in the trunk, or I would have put him in the front seat, but left the door open so that nobody on the thing. I'm stuck. Now I'm on the phone with 911. Hey, I found the child on the freeway. He's sitting in my car. We're parked here, such as blah 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 blah. I'm not following a baby.
Wild. Following a baby.
I'm not following a grown man, because they got strength. So I don't know. He could be a crackhead and he can just swing on me and beat the brakes off me. But a baby is hard. I'm going to grab that baby and I'm going to make sure I make that phone call after I have secured the baby. I'm going to pull up behind it, park, run out, and go catch him. Because what's stopping you if you walking with the baby? What's stopping that baby from just going left and getting to traffic?
And then you just watch it.
There was no baby, so we're just speaking hypothetically.
Exactly. There wasn't any baby, but yeah.
But obviously, this would have been the first. See, Chad said, because she told me about the phone, the 911 call, and she brought up a good point about how calm. Like, who's gonna be that calm?
She was very calm in that call.
I think there's a baby. He has on a white shirt. No pants. I can't tell if he's hurt or not. Like, okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. So now we got the 911 call out the way,
Right.
everybody. I hope everybody's following along with me right now. We got the 911 call out the way. 49 hours later, she returns and later claims she had been kidnapped and barely survived. Okay. So she was gone. The whole world is looking for her now. This is what she told police that happened when she first got back from wherever she was. She claimed okay, wait, let's I'm gonna read these two paragraphs. Detectives, this is independent.co.uk. I don't even know, whatever this is. Detectives conducted a brief interview with Miss Russel in hospital where she claimed to have been abducted by a man with orange hair and a bald spot who came out of the trees.
Carrot Top?
Gotta be a Carrot Top. She claimed the man picked her up and forced her into a car. And the next thing she remembered, she was in the trailer of an 18-wheeler semi. Mrs. Russel told police that she heard a woman and a baby in the semi, but didn't see them. She claimed to have escaped from the trailer before being recaptured and taken to a house where her alleged captors forced her to undress and pose for photographs. Detectives noted she had a minor injury on her lip and a torn shirt. They also found $107 in cash tucked in her right sock. That's very important. We're going to come back to that.
Okay.
So she escaped once and then got caught again. So now you got caught twice. You got caught when you were trying to get the baby. That the people says if you stay behind the baby for 600 yards, I don't know what made you eventually get out the car. Anyways, so if you got captured then you got away and got captured again. Then you got away again. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good
Absolutely.
movie. Oh,
absolutely.
Speaking of that, speaking of movie. So, Alex, I'm already speaking it into existence. So, I think, I think I'm gonna let that play for a little bit, just so I want everybody to make sure they tune in.
Okay,
So,
make sure they tune in.
So, you got away, and then you just showed up at your parents' house and told them you barely survived. Oh, and what part I didn't, that's why I thought this was going to go to. That's the part I was looking for. But apparently, they didn't tie her up because they didn't want to leave marks on her wrist.
Right.
Now, Flight, I'm not a human trafficker.
I'm not either.
You're not a human trafficker. But if I was, I don't think I care about what's on her wrist.
Not at all.
I don't.
Dude, because
let's keep going.
Poor baby.
Hold on, Flight. It gets worse. Then she stated, now I'm not reading this. I remember reading this though. Now I'm not reading it now, but then she stated that they was feeding her Cheez-Its.
Okay.
Oh, these are some good kidnappers. Oh, and they painted her nails.
So they took care of her.
It seemed like she had a spot.
They made sure that she was eating.
They fed her. I'm sure she had something to drink.
They gave her a manicure.
They gave her a manicure.
Okay. I'm so.
And she
this poor baby.
I don't understand. Baby. That's all you can say is poor baby. That's all you can say. My biggest. Before we continue, no, you know what? Let's finish the story. So then, she comes out. So then the police do their investigation. Come to find out that she was researching. Does it cost to buy an Amber Alert? She was researching how to take money out of a cash register. That's why I think that $107 came from. That's why I said remember that. I think she hit somebody register and she stuffed that money in her socks.
Oh my gosh.
And then what did I just say? It was the
Amber Alert, and then how to get
Amber
money out
Alert,
of cash register.
and then researched the movie Taken.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember all of the Taken movies. I've seen them all, but I can't remember.
They all the same thing.
The same thing. Was there a Taken movie where the daughter, because the daughter got kidnapped in one, then the mom got kidnapped in another, and then there was a third one. I don't remember the third one, but
I forgot who got kidnapped.
But wasn't there pictures involved in one of them? Or sex trafficking in one of them? I feel like the one with the daughter.
I'll find you and I'm going to kill you.
Well, yeah. I will find you and I will kill you.
I don't understand what the movie Taken has to do with what she did.
She got taken. Sex trafficking. Because I felt like the you see what I did there. I felt like the first I felt like the one with the daughter, it was something with sex trafficking. Okay. So I was right. So the first one was sex trafficking. It's the reason why the pictures thing, because it sounded like Taken. So I mean, but that's not how it was. She wasn't like.
I see now. I see where you're drawing them now. I didn't think about that. You're right.
It's just like,
that's where she got the idea that she had to pose.
Now the whole baby thing. Did she research that? That's where the Amber Alert.
That's Kevin Hart when it was a baby on the highway.
I feel like that's where the Amber Alert came in though. I think that's what the Amber Alert.
Because she was gonna fake Fly. You putting this together better than I did. So you saying that she was researching about the Amber Alerts, is that way she can put in a fake one for the fake baby that she's seen walking on the freeway. God damn, this is gonna be a good movie, boy. Somebody tune in Friday. This is gonna be a good movie.
Right. They made the movie that quick. And it's gonna be on Lifetime. It's gonna be on Lifetime or Tubi.
That's gonna be on Lifetime.
Ain't gonna be on Tubi.
Nah, bro. Real quick. This is. I think I don't know if I sent you. I know I sent the bro man. I seen the funniest Tubi video. Nigga was behind a tree and he focused, and then he shot the bullet forward, but it curved like the movie wanted. So he shot it forward. He said, no, he went like this. He said, and the bullet curved around the tree, and then went and hit. There was a girl standing behind the tree with her gun. It hit the tree. It didn't come out the other side. It hit the tree, and she went like this.
Like it hit it in her side.
Bro, I gotta start watching these Tubi movies. We're gonna have a section on the show called Tubi movies, because I need to know, because these movies be too good to be true. But Tubi in the week, Lifetime. You're right.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're right.
I can see that.
You're right, Duck. Yes, Tubi already working on their script right now. They already called me for the lead role. They want me to play the boyfriend. That's what they already.
Oh,
cause you know what I'm talking about. He's seen the clip. I'm gonna send it to you after the show. But it was the funniest thing I've ever seen, bro. But no, yeah, Tubi already contacted me to be in the movie. I'm excited. I start shooting. They want me to film my own scenes and then send it in.
They want me to film my own scenes and send it in.
Yeah, they want me to film my own. They said that's it. You don't need no script. Just say what's on your heart. That's what they told me, bro. I can't wait till y'all see my Tubi movie coming out, the Carlee Russel story. I know after all of that, I know today. Was it today? Yeah, today. Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Maybe today. One of these days. It was today. I think it was today that she finally came out and they released a statement saying that she faked the whole thing. So then it just brings me up to a couple things, like I wonder who helped her come up with this elaborate plan.
Her.
There is nothing you can tell me that says she did this by herself. I just cannot believe that. And he's stupid too.
Yeah. I will say, look, we trying to figure all of this out, trying to figure out who helped her come with this plan. Was it her? But shout out to the Poor Horseman podcast, and shout
Okay.
out to my guy KC. I feel like he had a pretty decent point.
I
He
didn't see
had a
this.
pretty
What he
decent
say?
point, and we're gonna play it.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is right here.
anything
Okay, bet.
To go see Beyonce.
Oh my gosh.
She went to go to Nashville.
She
She
did
bought
go
a one-way
ticket.
trip
Yeah.
to Nashville. Who was performing in Nashville? Unique. Y'all better get with it.
Nah.
What'd you tell me earlier?
She's like the character on Swarm.
No, for sure.
That's who she likes.
She's absolutely wrong.
I said,
But as someone who just saw Beyonce in the recent weeks, I understand.
I do not.
I understand.
Bro,
So she did all this for Beyonce tickets?
Well, they said there's
sounds
also
like
a
it.
man
What was the
too.
boyfriend
A man is involved. His name is what's his name?
Latrell Simmons. 5-star recruit, Orlando, Florida.
So DeMar Latrell Simmons
Wow.
had his lady out there
like a
going
character
crazy.
on the
But
game.
he was in D.C.?
He might be my cousin.
Yes.
What you mean?
DeMar Latrell
Was she-
Simmons.
So I say all that to say, KC had a good point.
Wait, who name was Damar? Was that the
Apparently
boyfriend?
that's the boyfriend name.
That nigga name was Damar? I see why she ran away. You want to be next to a nigga named Damar? I don't want to be next to no nigga named Damar as a friend.
No, listen, man. I don't.
Like, this nigga name is Damar.
He do sound like a 5-star recruit out of Orlando, though. He sound like he committing to Bama for sure. Oh my gosh!
His name is Damar. That is the worst name I have ever heard in my life.
Oh man, hey man.
I see why she ran away. It wasn't them Beyonce tickets.
I feel like that's a good motive though.
Bro, nah.
Yeah,
bro,
I
nah,
think
nah, let me
KC
tell you
was
something,
on.
man.
I think KC was on to
Nah,
something.
Flight. Let me tell you
What's
something.
up?
If this girl,
Lord have mercy, this baby.
now. If this girl just put her family and the nation through all of
Order
that
some Beyonce tickets.
to go see Beyonce, I love
Me too.
Beyonce. What would stop her from just going to see Beyonce? That's why I can't. That's why as funny as that was, I can't get behind that because what would have been the barrier to have stopped her from going to see Beyonce on her own regular free will?
Maybe, hear me out. Maybe she was going to go on a spree of hidden cash registers.
Now I know she did. She used that GoFundMe money.
There was a GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, and they not refunding either. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I see.
There's
that
a
about 2 hours ago.
GoFundMe?
Yeah, or donation. I don't know if it's actually GoFundMe,
So
but I know $60,000 was raised in
$60,000.
donation.
That mean, bro, all these people not getting them.
$6,000. She was right next to Beyonce backstage eating dinner,
Oh my gosh! Oh,
and that's what Doug. That's a great point. That's what I was about to go to next. Was what was she running from? Was it something or someone? Because for you to have to go through for you to go to the extent to do what you did, you have to be running from something or
Absolutely.
someone. You know, I seen the thing that, you know, she went and she stayed with she was cheating on her boyfriend and she went through. I'm sorry, that is a little bit too elaborate if you're trying to go cheat on somebody.
or
Okay. When you say "or," you normally got
she
something
was
great following
cheating
that.
on her boyfriend. The boyfriend
Uh-huh.
found out. The boyfriend wouldn't forgive her or take her back, so she went on this elaborate scheme for him to be worried about her, so he could potentially take her back because he feels bad. He doesn't know what she's been through. The 49 hours was traumatic. She thought she was gonna die. She was part of a sex trafficking ring. Like it, that could have been it. because they did say this was for her dude, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't her dude having something to do with this? That could be
I
it.
mean,
That could be it. I mean, I wouldn't put it past people that they would do something as elaborate as this.
It's that kind of show, y'all. It's that kind of show. It's that kind of show.
I'm gonna let you address that.
Niggas. We cool, but you might want to go holler at my nigga Domar. You might. I think he's single right now. You might want to go holler at my nigga Domar. Thamar, whatever his name was. Thamar might need somebody to
Yeah, Thamar definitely needs somebody.
We winning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Black trans let biological black Dustiana woman be alpha aggressive and strong independent women while we rest in our hyper femininity. More men for us. I'm confused. I never you know how to we can't. Can we handle this?
Can we handle
niggas? Shout out to all the Habisha trans and listen. I don't know. They come in here speaking tongues. We need to how we
we just gonna do it like that.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You hit the 3
did.
dots. Yeah, okay. I did too. Can you shout out Ethiopia? I guess shout out to Ethiopia and Eritrea. That must be one of them small towns. I had to bring it back. I had to bring it back. I heard of Ethiopia, but I ain't never heard of Eritrea. How you say that? Eritrea. I ain't never heard of Eritrea. That must be one of them small towns, them small African towns.
Oh man, yo.
3 huts, you in and out.
Dog. I mean.
Oh, I should have spoke to her like that. Oh my god, that probably. Let me take this off. My bad. Yeah, that was weird. Kissable akatas. What is that? I'm curious. What is a akatas? I'm gonna see what y'all. I want y'all to see what I'm looking at so I can see. I want to. What is a akatas? The term akata is a West African term for Black Americans. It is generally considered derogatory, a slur in fact. She just called us niggas. That's basically, she just said kissable niggas.
Oh my gosh, dog. Why?
I will. I gotta remember what it is.
It's a
Sorry, y'all. We haven't had one of those in a long time. She just definitely just called us kissable niggers. That's what the ER. It said derogatory niggas. It's not derogatory niggers.
Bro, send me the shit. Send me the shit, bro. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I gotta remember.
I think I could possibly do it, bro. I gotta.
But I think I blocked her, so she should be good. We should be good. I hit block. Sorry, y'all. We just trying to. I hit block user on YouTube.
We haven't been able to set up the whole moderator thing on this restream platform. So
that's all it was, Doug. We had to address the heckler real quick. She said we was kissable niggers. I don't know why she came with that. And she from Eritrea, so whatever that is. But anyways, back to what we were talking about,
bro.
Back to what we were talking about. Yeah, Carlee Russell. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a movie.
It's definitely gonna be a movie.
This is definitely gonna be a movie, and I'm excited to see it. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be one of the things that you had to live through and you can be like, I was there when this happened. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what prompted her to do this. I don't know. I know we're going to get more information as we in DCM. Once we get more information, we'll continue to update y'all. Because this is a story that's going to be going on for definitely a little while. But the thing is that, do you think that this dims a light on the actual people that are missing?
You said what?
Do you think this dims a
It
light on the
absolutely
people
does.
that's actually
It
missing?
absolutely does. Absolutely does. Absolutely. Because there's people that's really out here missing. There's people's families that's really out here worried about their loved one that is missing. And yet she's over here planning an elaborate scheme to get her boyfriend back, or to go see Beyonce, or to get attention, whatever the case may be.
I gotta stop with the
To
Beyonce there in a
whatever
minute.
it
Ain't
is.
no
And I
way,
mean,
bro.
and honestly, like, all BS aside, like, mental health is real. Like, ain't no telling what the young lady was really going through for her to do something like this. Like, I
Look,
don't want to just
I don't know if
just
anybody that,
blame, I don't want to, not blame, but I don't want to just sit here and claim mental health for everything. But I mean, this is an elaborate scheme. Like, people were concerned. $60,000 of random people's money was raised to figure out, or to help figure out, where Carlee Russel was at, and
ain't
they
getting it
not
back.
getting it back. So basically, it says
I
$60,000
guess all
gone.
sales were finals.
She ain't gonna see Beyonce. Her boyfriend ain't coming back to her. Like, for what? You did all of this for what?
I think when I personally think that when she was away, she seen how big of a news that it became, so she had no choice but to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was expecting this to be nationwide news.
I mean, I feel like that's something you got to take into account. Like, what do you think?
That's what that's what me and Chaz were discussing, because I was telling her what made this story, out of all the people that got kidnapped or that gets the people that come up missing daily, what made this story particularly go nationwide? And I find it very convenient or coincidental that the one missing person story that goes nationwide turns out to be a fake. How many people are missing? 18,000, maybe 19, 20. There's a lot of missing people.
Like 20, like
it's a
north
lot of
20.
missing people in the world. Why was her story so unique that it became nationwide news? But then this is the one that became nationwide news ended up being a hoax.
Crazy.
That a question that QTNA question that need answers.
Yeah.
And I think Chad said that too, Brandon. It was the baby that she claimed to be on the freeway, because of course, throwing the baby in there is a different thing. I do get that. I do get that. I don't know if anybody watches the show From. From is a show that's on MGM Plus.
From.
It's an amazing show. If you haven't watched it,
I've heard of it.
It's like you people, without spoiling it, people are traveling, and then they see it. They see a tree in the road. They're not able to move the tree out the road, so they ended up turning around to go find an alternate route to go around the tree on a different highway. But they end up going through a town, and once you see that tree, you're basically stuck now, and you're stuck in this town. So the town people are going to be like, oh, just keep going, but you're going to make a circle. You're going to keep circling. You're going to keep circling until you got to stop. And at night, these monsters come out and start killing folks. Bro, it's off the chain. It's off the chain. But it made me wonder, see, these people are missing and from, like, in the real world, like, we don't understand the mythology yet when you watch the show. Yes, I will spoil that. Through 2 seasons, you still don't understand what's happening.
Right.
But what if something like that happened to Carlee? Because and like I said, these people are in this town. They're trying to survive every night with these monsters, but in the real world, they're missing people. Hey man, you gotta start. Hey, look, TV shows.
So
TV
basically,
shows.
so
They
basically, what
they
you're
get
telling
more.
me is that we having a real live episode of Lost.
Or from
Right.
whatever show you watch.
I mean, I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
And maybe that's why she had to fake. That's why she had to fake a kidnap, because she didn't know how to explain that she was in the town or the colony.
She.
I'm reaching.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying.
I feel it. I respect it too. I do respect it.
Something supernatural had to
So,
happen. That's the only
because,
thing that's
I
gonna
mean,
make sense.
like all you could do is just keep coming back and saying "Po baby."
Oh baby, I don't understand. I don't know. We don't have everything yet. So as information comes out, we know we're going to be able to change our minds. We're going to be able to have more information and deliver that information to the DCM family. But as of right now, from the information that we do have, this girl is cuckoo.
She wild. She is a wild.
And she was gonna be somebody's nurse.
She was somebody's nurse, wasn't she?
No, she was in nursing school.
Well, I mean, once again, Po baby. I mean, I'm at a loss. I don't know.
It really stresses me out because I was really reading about this, like, because it's the why. The why is what stresses you out, because why did you do, like, what was the point of doing what you did?
There was
that's where I get to. What was the point of what you did? Like, that's all I want to know. Carlee, if you're seeing this right now, why? Why the whole country? That's why this is why I said that's why I think there's not that many people focused on Jason Aldean, because the news is going everywhere right now. And this is a big part of the news cycle. Like, people are so focused on this story, just like Jussie Smollett.
Oh my goodness!
I still don't understand why he did what he
I
did.
still don't understand that either. They said she was
Like,
he was supposed to play her in the movie.
Jussie faked the whole hate crime.
He really did. That shit was insane.
He faked the whole hate crime,
That's
bro.
insane.
He said these people put a rope around his neck.
Yeah, he went to the extreme.
No, that's light compared to what she did.
Is it?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the difference between Jussie
Okay.
and Carlee. Jussie actually had somebody, he paid him, but he had somebody actually beat him up. Remember that? Jussie paid somebody. So at least Jussie had a stage, he had actors, he had everything in place. No one was involved but those three individuals.
Right.
Carlee involved a fake baby, a fake white bald man, a fake woman. What else? She this might have been a one-man job now that I think about it.
Or just her?
I just feel like you don't do this without talking it over with somebody,
Herself,
bro.
because she crazy.
No, bro. She told
Herself,
somebody,
because
and I
she
know that person
crazy.
is so embarrassed right now. They don't want to speak up. I know she had to tell somebody. She had to explain this plan to somebody, bro. Besides herself. What if she had two personalities? One was Carlee and one was Carisha.
Carisha is crazy. Nah, Carisha is insane.
I'm just trying to make it make sense, bro. I'm just trying to
make it make sense, bro, because we all trying to figure out what the hell. Like, why $60,000 was donated?
Oh, they're not getting that money back because the investigation is still ongoing. Even though she said that she faked it, they still in the investigation. They're not gonna send the money back, at least at this time. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine if you put like $10,000 up. I want my money back.
Man, what? And the fact that they're not getting it back is just even, man.
It seems like they're gonna get it back
Hopefully.
eventually, but just not right now.
You would have to think, right? Hopefully they get it back.
Well, I'll say this, Carlee. I hope you get the help that you need. I don't really want to see nothing criminal happen to her. We don't even know it probably is. It is what it is, but I hope that you get some help that you need, because to do all that, to go through all that for whatever the issue, unless somebody was trying to kill you and you were trying to create your own witness protection, if you're trying to, maybe the person that make IDs didn't show up to the hotel, so you had no choice but to go back. Maybe you didn't get your passport. I don't know. I watch a lot of movies. I don't know what happened, but in the event, that it was just you need to get away. I seen something that said she made a tweet or something about how she wanted to get away for 48 hours.
She did.
Yeah, she wanted to get away for 40 hours because it's been too much.
I saw somebody say something that they were like they were defending Carlee, maybe.
You all gonna have some people that's just gonna be like, well, white people do this and then they get away with it, or what else? I heard seen people saying, "Oh, let's not be so quick to judge," and da 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 da. No, I'm quick.
No, I'm quick.
I'm definitely quick.
Oh,
No, I'm judging. I don't care, bro. You some stuff deserves to be judged. And Black Twitter shows no mercy. I couldn't get my memes up and like I wanted to, but Black Twitter just they ruthless. I seen one that said, I think I got it right now. It says she's sorry she lied to us, y'all. She just didn't want to go to Arizona.
That's crazy. Nah, that's wild, bro.
And then I see one that said, now they saying the baby dropped her off at home and pulled off in the stroller. Bro, we can't take that serious. That's why I love us,
bro. We really can't. That shit's funny.
Sometimes we can be sensitive, prior subject, but at the end of the day, I love us, bro, because we can't take that serious. When them people got stuck in that ship,
man, what?
When them people went down to see the Titanic, bro, we
had a field
just
day.
can't take nothing serious.
A field day. My goodness. My goodness.
Well, Carlee Russel, shout out to you. Hope you find what you're looking for in life. I hope this is not the end of your life, but this will always be with you, especially when Netflix start dropping movies.
It's coming.
It's
coming for sure.
Yeah. It's gonna be a number one, like Tiger King.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna be big like Tiger King.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. For sure. I know to kind of close off, man. Shout out to you for pulling up on us today. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna try to do this by myself today, till we find us a co-host." But I'm glad you was able to show up, and I hope we was able to. Me and the DCM family was able to give you slightly a good time on this sad day. So, I'm always here for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was definitely much needed. It's still we still dealing with it, but I mean we blessed. That's all we really been saying. I mean it's not dealing with death is not something that comes with an instruction manual. It's not going to be a how to deal with death. Like everybody's going to deal with it differently. Even if you expect it, you still not going to be able to comprehend what's going on. You still not going to be able to come to terms with the fact that person is no longer there. But I'm blessed to have a family around me that raised me the right way, raised me to be God fearing and understand that God has us, that we blessed. We know he in a better place. We know he not my grandfather is not suffering anymore. So this was definitely, I had to take the opportunity to be able to jump on here and be able to get a laugh or two in, because if I didn't, I would just be sitting here trying to find something to do to keep my mind off of things. And with my birthday being on Thursday, it's even more tough. But we one thing that me and my grandmother talked about is there's only one way to get through things, and that's just to get through it. Like there's no other way to talk about it. There's no other way to do it. And you have to just get through it. You have to go through the tough times to be able to get to the other side, to be able to, I mean, that to be able to make it. And that's really it. So that's all I know how to do. That's all I've done. That's all my family has done. Through tough times, we never know how to get through things, but we know how to get through it. And because the only way to get through it is to get through it. And there's only one option, and that's all we know. So yeah, man, I'm just grateful, thankful. And I'm just glad I was able to hop on here and get a laugh in, man.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad we was able to provide that as well. Nah, you're right, Doug. Ain't no way to specific do it. You just got to get through it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure, I'm sure, the beautiful thing about grandparents is that they lived a wonderful
Absolutely.
life.
Absolutely.
It's not like someone, going at 19 or even 30 or
No,
40,
yeah.
I don't know how
Right.
old Grandpa was,
Yeah,
but
it was. I mean,
huh?
he was 80 if I'm not mistaken, or I think he's about to hit
But
80 if I'm not mistaken.
shoot,
81.
when you look, man, I remember seeing who was the comedian was that? He said, any 40-year-olds in here, and everybody was like, woo! He said, good, y'all. We only got about 30 something left. But it made
It made sense though.
it really put life in perspective, though. Even at 30 years, 32 years old, like, dang, I got about 40
Yeah,
something
man.
left. And of course,
We don't
we don't
know
know what our time
exactly.
is gonna be, but I just always thought that was so funny. But now, man, we ain't gonna hold it too much longer, man. Just want to say I appreciate you. I'm hoping that it seemed like we was able to completely successfully give
I
you that
know,
laugh
yeah,
that you needed, man.
about
I didn't know your birthday
yeah.
was Thursday too.
Birthday,
That's
yeah,
a
birthday
game
is
changer.
Thursday, and for 2 hours, for basically almost 2 hours, I was able to kind of forget about everything. Only thing I ask is that everybody that's in here, just make sure that you continue to keep our family in our prayers, because I mean, although we knew what was coming, like I said, you still can't prepare for it. Just continue to keep us in your prayers. This week coming up is going to be very, very tough for all of us, but yeah, we'll get through it. So I may, well, more than likely, I'll probably be on because I'll be back home for next week. So more than likely, I'll be on to be able to do the pod. But yeah, after that following week, I don't know if I'll be on. So yeah,
We'll
we'll
figure all
figure
that
it
out.
out.
We
I
ain't worried
mean,
about it.
I mean, my grandpa wouldn't like the fact that I'm taking off either. Uh, Tough times we work, and so we get our minds off of it. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate all the love in the chat. I appreciate all the love for the people that reached out. And yeah, man, that's all I can really say.
Well, like I'm gonna take over for today, like Flight Norman do. But this has been episode 54 of the podcast. I hope you all enjoyed the conversation. It was definitely fun and funny. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. I got the QR code right there in the corner right there. So if you're on Facebook watching, please hit the QR code. I definitely wanted to do a hat for the. I did say this earlier, Flight. You weren't in the chat, but you weren't in the lobby on the live. But I said I wanted to give a hat to the best comment today.
I like that idea.
And I still want to do that. So we'll look at and review. And I want to get able to send y'all a trucker hat that just looked like this. So please like and subscribe and make sure, and all like that, everybody, we could just share with one person. We're trying to reach our goal, man, of YouTube partner. We're almost there, but we're gonna need everybody's help to get us there. So once again, I want to say thank y'all. This is Peachy Pervert, Vino Flight, episode 54 of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. We are out. See y'all next week.